Tom Holland and Zendaya. Even the fans don't like it when there is a third name between them. The cutest duo of Hollywood was just a rumor, and who knew they would grow into a couple anyone would stare at. Just like any other couple, they had their share of past relationships too. Is any of their early sparks giving them burns now? What if Zendaya and her ex, Jacob Elordi, did not end on good terms? Now that sounds interesting. If this is true, I don't think Jacob will be a fan of Spider-Man. Do you think Zendaya's ex hates Tom Holland? Interested to know how the relationship was? Well, you are in the right place. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, show us your love by hitting the subscribe button and smash that like button if you're a part of the Tom Daya fandom. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications to get notified every time we post a new video. On that note, let's continue. Rumors between Tom and Zendaya were racing up like nothing on the internet, and a sudden break was applied to the hopes of the Tom Daya fans due to rumors of Tom with Nadia and Zendaya having a fling with her Euphoria co-star Jacob Elordi. People did not believe it in the beginning, but a picture of them kissing changed the minds of the people. All of us know Jacob Elordi from the Kissing Booth movie series. The guy has so many female fans and even managed to steal the heart of his co-star Joey King. Want to know how the relationship grew into something more than friendship? In an interview at 17, the Kissing Booth star Joey King says, "There wasn't one moment. When we first met, he and Joel Courtney went out to dinner and we had the best, most fun night ever." Woohoo! Sounds like a good plot for a love story. She continues to say, "By the end of dinner, we had like 6 inside jokes. We were so close, and throughout filming, I was just best friends with Jacob. I guess there was no moment, but I feel like the friendship kind of naturally was like, oh hey, this person is super freaking awesome. We have so much in common and we really love spending time together. Maybe there's something more there." This does make us feel like Jacob is a great guy. What might be the reason it did not work for Jacob and Zendaya? Is it Tom Holland? Is that the reason Jacob hates him? Do you think that it's possible that Spider-Man swung with Jacob's girl? Okay, now this sounds interesting. Even though Jacob and Zendaya did become a thing, I don't think he treasured the treasure that he had. I mean, he did try to downplay his romance with her numerous times and even said that he was like a sister to him. Who on earth would do that? Sister? Seriously, bruh? Now this is not what Zendaya deserves. Even though he does not reveal anything about his feelings for the youngest Emmy Award-winning actress in the world, he did not waste any opportunity to talk about Zendaya as a friend. The Two Heart star told GQ Australia, "Zendaya is an amazing creative, you know. She's super dope to work with. She's an incredible artist and a very caring person to all of us, but we're all really close. There is not one weak link in that show." In the era of hate and disgust, this is a pure and good gesture from the young man. You don't have to hate each other after a relationship. The friendship can still be continued, right? You guys do know that Zendaya and Jacob are both tall, yeah? But unfortunately, that is not the case with Tom Daya. Do you think that Tom is not very happy about this? And what if this is the reason he was uncomfortable while talking about their height differences? Zendaya is 5'10" and Tom is just 5'8", and it was such a hot topic on the internet that the couple addressed this as an issue while promoting Spider-Man No Way Home on SiriusXM. On talking about their kissing scene in the movie, Tom Holland thrust all of a sudden to say Zendaya was not that much taller than him, 1-2 inches tops. I think the host struck a nerve with poor Tom. He was bewildered that the people could not figure out how the kiss scene was shot and sarcastically said it must have been difficult. What do you think Zendaya feels about this? Does she miss her tall partner? Nah. Soon after Tom's sarcastic comment, Zendaya added, "It's a nice sweet moment between them. Why not just let it be?" For anyone who has seen the kiss scene, you know what a wonderful shot it was. Both the actors made their audience filled with excitement and passion when Spider-Man kissed his girl after saving the world. While considering the feelings they have for each other, it might not have been a hard task. In the interview, Tom and Zendaya stressed that it was foolish to think men should always be taller than women in straight relationships. Zendaya also says that "My mom is taller than my dad. My mom's taller than everyone." Oh, come on, guys. When you love someone deeply, after a certain amount of time, appearance will not even matter, because to you, your person will always be perfect. Tom then starts talking about the screen tests that he had to do for the Spider-Man movie, and he goes, I had wondered if that was a decision that John Watts, the director, had made. There was no one tested that was shorter than me, he told Shaw, adding maybe that was a decision John Watts made, and something he was aware of and wanted to break the stereotype. I think it's great. Must have been a rough day for Zendaya's Spider-Man. Do I hear Jacob Elordi laughing in the background? In the Graham Norton show, a similar conversation had started, but the actors dealt with it in the coolest and funniest way possible. Guys, it's Tom Daya. Ain't they literally the coolest and the cutest ever? Zendaya says there's a particular stunt where Spider-Man swings up on top of a bridge and he places me there. Because of our height difference, we were attached, so I would land before him. My feet obviously hit the ground before he does. The whole crew and the audience burst out laughing. Do you think Jacob broke a pillow or two after watching the couple stealing hearts all over the world? However, after Zendaya became the youngest ever actress to win the Emmy, Jacob proudly says she's a power unto herself and so talented, he told Vanity Fair at the time. Such a sweetheart. So it does feel like he is on good terms with MJ. But this does not mean that he is on good terms with Mr. Spidey. Do you think Jacob will be the villain in the next Spider-Man movie and take Zendaya away from him? I bet he would love to do that in real life because his time is up in real life. We all know that Tom Holland and Zendaya struggled a lot with the paparazzi and their privacy was given no value at all. It was such a hard time for the couple, and Tom said one of the downsides of our fame is that privacy isn't really in our control anymore, and a moment that you think is between two people that love each other very much is now a moment that is shared with the entire world. He continues to say, I've always been adamant to keep my private life private because I share so much of my life with the world anyway. Tom added we sort of felt robbed of our privacy. I don't think it's about not being ready. It's just that we didn't want to talk about it. So it does seem like celebrity life has its sacrifices to make. It is not fair that they can't just have some time alone in a public place without hundreds of eyes staring at them. Things got interesting when there were rumors that it was Jacob's hands behind the extreme disturbance of the paparazzi. I mean, how do you think a paparazzi guy would do a whole movie-level car chase to click pictures of Tom and Zendaya without the support of a rich guy? Zendaya says we tried to do this whole maneuver. This guy was being super dangerous, driving through a busy intersection, doing a U-turn, driving on the side of the freeway to catch up to us, the side where you're not supposed to drive because there's no lane. I was like, this is nuts. We do not know the authenticity of the rumor, but personally, it does not feel like Jacob would do such a deed. Anyways, it must have struck his heart when Zendaya opened up about the fragments of feelings she has for Tom Holland by saying, sometimes you just have to be a person to vent to, someone to just be there and listen. I was lucky enough that my life didn't change overnight. I started when I was young, so it was kind of like a slow progression. I kind of got to learn it as I went, and I figured it out and got my footing a little bit. Whereas for him, it was so much all at once. I have an extreme amount of empathy for that. So anything that I learned or have learned or continue to learn, I share with him, and anything he learns, he shares with me. Truth be told, Tom Holland and Zendaya are undoubtedly the perfect matches for each other. They are such a great couple that every time they are together, it fills the hearts of their shippers with excitement and joy. They have the love and prayer of millions of their fans, and we can hope to see them building a family together in the house that they have rumored to have bought. Well, that was a lot. Do you think these two lovebirds are impossible to fall apart with no force? Even Jacob Elordi can affect them. Are you a Tom Daya shipper? Do you think that there is a beef between Tom and Jacob? Let us know what you think in the comments box below. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll meet y'all with some other juicy videos. Until then, bye fellas!